Well, again, everyone, and welcome back. This is Kovac Enterprises, where we are continuing our work on the Tom Daniels garbage truck that is being hosted by Dirk Pitt and Classic Plastic 101. As you can see in front of you, we've gotten quite a bit more done. We're pretty much ready to throw some decals on this thing. But just kind of want to show you again, we did attach the rest of the body of the garbage truck in place, which consisted of about 4 pieces, and then we have the basically the back end rear panel that actually opens and closes. We did not glue that in place so that we can actually, like I said, open and close it at will. As you can see, we've actually gotten some more detail done, especially here on the back end, and kind of show that to you real quick. As soon as I get my little pointer stick out, and here we go. We went ahead and painted some detail here with some of the Craftsmart black on these 3 objects here, and then kind of highlighted the detailed lines on it with the Craftsmart gloss. We went ahead and did the same thing with the swim fins and painted that in the satin black as well. I kind of consider this part right here a light, so I used the Tamiya clear yellow on that and just hand painted that as well. I painted all the panel lines on the truck with the Folk Art Sterling Silver, just to kind of give a little contrast against the backdrop of the metallic ice blue that we used for the main part of the body of the truck. So there's that. And so we go ahead and turn this thing around, and as you can see in the back part, I actually used some, kind of bring the paint here, some apple barrel toffee for the stage that the band members are playing on, and all I did was actually brush that on with a typical like number 5 brush, and it actually created its own kind of like a wood grain effect. So just a real light coat back and forth. I kind of did one direction and then came back and did the opposite direction, and that's what gave it that nice little wood tone to it. So that is what I used for the color, and so we can go ahead and turn this thing around to the other side. Pretty much it's a duplicate from the previous side. What I noticed here on this part here, it kind of looks like a little fish, so I did the same thing here, and I put some of the Tamiya clear yellow on that just to kind of give a little bit of a detail. So pretty much that's it for the truck as you see it, and kind of back that up a little bit for you. The next thing that I kind of was working on is the actual characters. We have 3 little figures, and hopefully you can see that. I did do a change on the woman who is dancing. On the cover art, it actually shows her in basically some shoes, low profile shoes. I just went ahead and chose to actually paint it to make it look like she's wearing boots. So same thing, I just used the Craftsmart black paint for her boots. As far as the flesh tones on the 3 characters, I just basically had my pre-mixed of the Liquitex flesh tones that I made up myself, and just everything's been hand painted. As far as the color call outs for her hair, and again, the instruction was calling for blonde, but I just chose to have her have black hair, red lips, and I kept the dress as being red as well. And then for the two guitar players, I figured they're brothers, painted their hair brown, and used a toothpick for the one guy to bring out his mustache. And of course, with the middle guy here, I used the same colors I did on the truck as far as the coastal waters for I can't bring it right here. For his top of the shirt was the coastal waters, and then his actual guitar itself is the ice blue metallic. And then I just finished up on the rest of the details of the truck by just using a basically a Sharpie, silver Sharpie, and a little bit of some brown tones on the rest of the guitar. And I kept the pants for both of them as a kind of a slate gray pants. And as far as the second male figure, that's actually I used a patina for his shirt. It's a folk art patina to still have that kind of beach theme color. And same thing with his guitar. I start off with kind of a brown wash for his main guitar there, and then I filled it in with the highlight with the Sharpie, and then detailed everything else as you see in front of you. So these are my three little figures on that. So that is done. And next up are some of the surfboards. Let me kind of bring those into play. Our first surfboard, it's kind of hard with the light, but let me kind of back it up a little bit so you can see the color maybe a little better. I started off with the main part of the surfboard. I airbrushed with this folk art tangerine, and then I actually kind of did a spot treatment with the royal fuchsia, kind of give it a two-tone look to it. So just kind of little highlights there. That's for our first surfboard there. And I just went ahead and continued with the theme of the different kind of pastel colors. We'll go on to the next one here. Basically, I just stayed with the royal fuchsia, and then just kind of splattered a little bit of some blue on there. And then I had a solid piece of color as far as kind of like a darker blue for this particular surfboard. Now all these surfboards I'm showing you, once they've been painted, I went ahead and hand brushed some Future Pledge floor cleaner on it. And of course you saw this one on the previous video. This is our other surfboard that matches with the hood and cab of the truck. So like I said, basically that's where we're at right now. I will be going ahead now and going to apply some decal, because once again, once all this stuff was glued in, I went ahead and hand brushed the Future on it, and so it's basically ready to go for decals. In order for me to actually put these pieces together here for the main body, I did use the extra thin cement, and I actually glued it all the pieces from the inside out so that you won't see any kind of a glue residue on the outside of the truck itself. So but there you go. Like I said, we're getting there, and on the next episode we will be going ahead and showing you the decal placements on the Tom Daniels garbage truck. So with that being said, that's it for right now, and I am considering putting this as a diorama. I have a couple of ideas on it, so stay tuned for that as well. So with that being said, until next time, we will catch you later. Surf up, everybody. Bye.